Hi guys, today's video, as you can tell by the title, is going to be about how I control my oily skin behind all this makeup. Believe it or not, I have oily skin. So I've just done that. And now I went in with my moisturizer, this Neutrogena. Now I'm going to use my primer. To me, it's important to use primer because if not, I feel like your makeup is just sliding around and there isn't anything to stick it on there. This is like glue for your face. I like to think of it like that. Especially if you're oily, you want to use a matte primer. So rather than looking shiny like that, you'll look matte. I guess that's what it's supposed to be. Oh. So apply a generous amount. It feels and it looks like lotion, which I like that. I don't like the silicone feeling ones because those tend to break me out because I have extreme oily skin. So I need to be very careful with products that I use. So I'll let that dry, and it dries pretty quickly. It's just sticky now. And when it's sticky like that, I know that it's a good primer. I don't like it to slide around. I like it to, you see that? So that's how I know it's a good primer. And that's why the silicone kind just, they slide, and it makes it even worse in my opinion when you apply makeup on top because it's just gonna glide through. Okay, so I want to talk about my top three foundations that I use. I like to switch it around though. I like change, so I can't just use one kind. But I'll be honest, these three foundations I keep on buying over and over again, and I have the proof for that. I don't know why, but I thought I'd show you. So this is the Estee Lauder Double Wear, but this is for people that have like scarring like I do. I have a lot of acne, and I got this about, I don't even want to tell you how long ago, but it lasts a long time because all you need is like a pea-size pea-size foundation on there. So this one I had and I rebought before it even ran out because I still have a little bit more. Also this one, the It Cosmetics, even though it says it's a CC cream, it's just honestly full coverage. And I don't know why it's even called a CC cream. To me it works just like a foundation, if not even better than a lot of the ones I've tried before. And it has an F50 PSF. So in the summer I really like to use this one. And I just bought a new one. I haven't opened, but I don't want to run out of any of these, so I just bought new ones. And also this one I've been using for about 6 years now. Obviously not this container, but I'm trying to see if I have. No, I already threw the other one out. But these three are the only ones that I've bought over and over again for the last years, except for this one. This is the second one I buy, but I know I'm gonna keep on buying it because I gravitate towards this one almost on a daily basis. Except for, okay, so this one I like to use like on Saturdays and Sundays when I know my days are going to be long and I'm out of the house by 9:30. This one I like to use when I want to look nice and flawless. And this one I like to use when I know I'm not going to take pictures, because this one does have a flashback. So that means like your face is going to be ghost white when your whole body's going to be different. But okay, so today I think I'm going to use this one because I've been raving about this one on my social media a lot. And although I said it's new, I meant it's new because I haven't used it in a long time, but I did have this one before and I just forgot how good it was, so I'm going to use this one. Like I said, so I applied my primer on there and it's not tacky anymore, but it's still on there. So I'm just going to, I don't know why I'm doing that, I always do this. So you see that amount is going to be just enough for even me that I love full coverage. If you are just trying to use the foundation to cover, or just to, I don't know why you would use cover up if you don't want to cover everything up, but just use half of that so that it doesn't cover like your freckles or anything that you want showing, or for it to be breathable. But for me, I really love the full coverage foundations and the full coverage on my face. Do you see how just that little thing, how much I've already covered? Or Okay, so now I like to take the extra product from there, and I have a Wet n Wild sponge. Normally I do use the Beauty Blender, but I was in a hurry because my kids lose them all the time. But anyway, so I'm just gonna, my sponge is obviously damp, and I'm just gonna apply this like I normally would anytime. Ghost, you're ready for the runways. No, just kidding. I applied the concealer, and I applied the gosh, I can't think of it, the contour. Sorry, I don't know what I was thinking. And I did my eyebrows, but I haven't set it yet. I haven't set the powder, my foundation yet. So after you put your foundation on, if you don't want to do the highlight and if you don't want to do the conceal and the contour, so just skip that. But I do want to recommend this powder. I just recently ran out of the Laura Mercier, and I just used it because I bought it. It wasn't anything, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either. And how people rave about it, I just thought I was gonna get something a lot better. So I do recommend this Huda Beauty. My color is Pound Cake. But so I'm going to dump some into the lid. Oh, that's a lot. And then I'm gonna, if you didn't do the conceal, you could just skip this. But if you did do it, just make sure to bake it. I guess now that they call it bake it, that's why they have all these baking names like Pound Cake. Okay, so we're gonna bake that. But again, if you didn't do if you don't like the dramatic, or if you want to look natural, don't do this. This is just my personal liking. But that does help me with any oils. Although oils kind of, I'm more oily in the T-zone, so all of this. But all right, now that I've put that on, I'm going to take a powder brush. I think this is a foundation brush, but I do not like to apply foundation with brushes, and it works really, really well with for my loose powders. So I'm just going to do this. Don't be scared if it looks all white. We're gonna wipe all that off. But that's just to seal the foundation so it doesn't move around. And also it's going to absorb oils that you might or that you will, obviously if you're watching this, you will get oily through the makeup, but this will help it conceal it a little bit. So now I'm taking off my baking. Oops, I forgot to blend that. All right, and this to me is the most important step. Well, I think combined they are equally all important, but don't forget to set your makeup. I don't know what it is about it, but when I've been doing this, number one, it lasts a lot longer, and number two, it kind of like, I don't know if it absorbs or it keeps the oils coming through my makeup. So I just like to apply it in a generous amount. So you want to look like that for a minute. Now, if that's all you're going to do for the day, then you're done. But obviously this is not the way I want to walk out looking like. So as soon as this is dried up, I'm going to come in with my powder contour. So anything that I did with the liquids, I'm going to now do with my powders, but I'm going to give it a minute for it to dry it. Because if I do it now, it's just going to make a big muddy mess. So I'm just going to skip through the next steps, because if this is all you wanted to know about what foundations I use and how I you can't get, I don't think you can get rid of oily skin, but you can control it, and this is the way that I control it. And let me just tell you that you need to be grateful for oily skin, because our oils help us help our skin stay moist, so you're not dry, and when you're dry you're gonna get wrinkly, so we're just gonna look younger for a lot longer. But okay, I'll be right back. That this video helped you somewhat in controlling your oily skin. Now, I did use all of the foundations that I use on a daily basis, but none of them are drugstore. So if you want me to do a different video or the same video but using store-bought products or drugstore bought products, just leave me the comment down below and I'll be happy to do that. All right, you guys, till next time.